Hi, I'm Cheri
And I'm Sandra
with my girlfriend's quilt shop, and today we're here to show you all about how to hoop your stabilizer.
You know, sometimes that can be a real challenge, can't it, Cheri?
It can be, and if you don't do it quite right, you're gonna get some puckering.
Oh, not only that, the possibility of it coming out of the hoop is another big challenge. So you have to make sure that it's in there properly.
All right, let's take a look first at our hoop.
Okay.
So we have a hoop here, and when we're setting up our stabilizer, we always want to make sure that this part right here that slides into the machine is on the left side.
Oh, yeah.
Because have you ever hooped it upside down?
I have. And then when you stick it in the machine, it's like, wait a minute, what did I just
Something
do?
is not quite
Yeah.
right. The next thing you want to make sure you do is right here, you have this little screwing device, and you want to loosen it when you take your inner hoop out.
There's nothing worse than having all your stabilizer all there, and then you have to reach underneath it and try to loosen your hoop so that it will so you can get it together.
Yep.
So, yeah,
So we're going to loosen this. And
not too much.
Not too much, because what happens if you loosen it too much?
It will come apart.
Yep, there's a little guy right here that's kind of holding that screw in. And if all of a sudden your hoop's not working, chances are you've lost him.
Yeah.
And you can put it back in and screw it in. So we loosen it a little bit. Then we're able to just take this inner hoop out. And we've cut our stabilizer just a little bit bigger than our hoop. Now, this is even a little bit big. You could go a little bit smaller, but you want to make sure it extends past the edges of your hoop.
Yeah.
So we're going to put that on top of our outside hoop, just like that. And then on our inside hoop, at the top, it's got some arrows and kind of a little
notch.
Yeah, a little notch. And it matches the notch in the top of the hoop. So that's easy to do, is to hoop to get this turned around, and it just won't quite fit right.
But it will work.
It will work.
But you don't want it to do that.
Yep. So we'll make sure that that's at the top. We're going to put it in just like that. And now it comes time to tighten this hoop. So here's our little screw, and we're just going to finger tight it. But do we want to go tighter than that, Sandra?
Well, at first, I just do it just finger tight. Okay, is what I do. And again, it depends on the type of stabilizer that you're using.
Yes.
Now, we're just using a light mesh cutaway. So it's very easy just to do it just finger tight, and then that usually works really well. But if you're using like a light mesh cutaway or even a sticky back, you want to be really careful with either one of those.
Yeah. So once that's in there, you want it to be taut, not tight. You don't want it to be super like a drum tight. So you don't want to sit and pull on these and get it really, really tight. Now, if you have a little bit of a bubble, you can certainly pull that out, make sure that it's kind of tight and flat, and then your project will lay nice and flat, and that's what you need to think of. So we've got that, and once it's all in there good,
then I would take it and tighten it down again.
Tighten it a little bit more. And I love to use the little screwdriver that came with my baby lock machine, and brother has the same thing. And this has a screwdriver like this right there, but it's really handy because if I go like this, the screwdriver is inside this little hole. And so it will hold onto my hoop like that, and I'm able to just tighten it a little bit more.
Yep. Just finger tighten it, but with that, because you totally don't want to tighten it too much, because you could obviously do some damage to your hoop. So you want to take good care of your hoops.
Yes, you do.
I like to call what they burp my hoop. Okay, so flip that over, Cheri, and let's take a look at the back side of your hoop. On the back side of your hoop has these little stays, or stops, I guess you could maybe call them, around your hoop. So you want to make sure that the inner hoop is tight against that part of your hoop. So again, depending on the type of stabilizer, you want to make sure that that's tight against the bottom of that hoop. So sometimes I will flip my hoop over and kind of hold it in my hand and push that in just a little bit along those stops to make sure that it's in there tight.
Good.
So I call that burping my hoop.
Burping your hoop. Well, that is a great tip, and it is, especially when you have something that's maybe a little bit thicker in there.
Yes, a little bit heavier, then sometimes you have to kind of just push that in there just a little bit tighter, and it works really great. And make sure that it's secure.
All right. Well, I think that's all we need to learn about hooping your stabilizer. If you have any questions, let us know, and have fun embroidering.